All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to tonight's NASCAR 8 coverage on the channel. The Michigan 200 at, of course, Michigan International Speedway as we kickstart the playoffs for the Craftsman Truck Series. 7 races, 3 races per round, as this is the now NASCAR schedule, now NASCAR points format, not the schedule. So now we're in the most important time of the year. We've got to capitalize and maximize as many points as we can get. We are starting dead last in tonight's race. 36 out of 36 trucks. I don't think that's going to be an issue because I think I did that when I raced at Michigan last season. Same equipment we're in with Johnny Benson. We were his teammate Mike Skinner last season, and we were able to win this race by still leading the most laps. So at some point, I think we're going to get to the front of the field pretty quickly in this one. This is probably the last of the easier, quote-unquote, tracks that we'll have this season. It's going to be a pretty difficult schedule going forward after this, so hopefully we get the win. We're in the next round, and we can bypass whatever's going to happen in the next 2 races at both Watkins Glen and the New York Street Course race, which is definitely the wild card race of this round of the playoffs. Watkins Glen probably will be too, because I'm sure we'll see a ton of cautions there. The road courses bleed a ton of yellows on these NASCAR EA games, and I'm sure it will be no different later in the season. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. We got 100 laps trying to get it done here tonight in Michigan. 68 points above the cut line as the number 1 seed. We won 11 of 14 races. No playoff points for stages because there is no stage racing, so 1 point per position. That can go over a full race ahead of the cut line for this round. And with a race win, not only do we lock ourselves into the next round, but that'll be 5 more playoff points that will carry over for us into round number 2. Aircraft to retire next season. Yeah, I did see that. Billy Kramer, Bam Hall, welcome to the stream, by the way. You guys are the first in the chat down below. I babied it getting into turn 3 and 4 there. Probably could have pushed a little bit harder to try to get some positions. We did a great job in the regular season. We pretty much have a get out of jail free card in each of these 2 rounds leading up to the championship 4 if we don't have a great run. I hate to have it be the first race of the round. Especially knowing that the 2 tougher races in this round are going to be after this one. Audio kind of high. All right, I'll fix that real quick. There we go. That should be much better. Ty Majeski in the 88 next season. That part I didn't see. Are they just downsizing then to a 4-truck team again? I feel like that would probably be the right way to go. As far as competition goes for that team, it seems like when they expanded to 5 trucks, they just haven't been anywhere near as competitive. Spacing all their resources out too high. Sometimes you can fall behind on the management side of things, with that being said. Sheer Gaming and Entertainment, welcome to the stream. We're still kind of struggling, though, in these early laps. Not able to actually gain positions and move up. Just ran my fastest lap, 41.609. What would I rate the Cookout 400? Wow. You got to give me a little bit more room than that. I mean, I thought it was a great race. Definitely the best short track race we've had this season by far. So hang on a second. I almost wrecked. That was a close one. Oh, we're still tight. Hang on to it, everybody. Yeah, it's pretty wild to think Haley Deegan was at ThorSport in the 13 truck and Jake Garcia just put that truck in the playoffs this year. Haley Deegan was nowhere close to that. It's only the second full-time season for Garcia, and what, he's 20 years old, I think? What I heard on the broadcast this last weekend. Haley Deegan catching strays on KRC tonight. Wasn't expecting that coming into the stream. Rating the Cookout 400. 8.5 out of 10 is a pretty good score. I did thoroughly enjoy the race. Honestly, it was probably the most enjoyable race since Atlanta. Over a month ago. It was a pretty solid short track race, honestly. Teammate Mike Skinner out in front. Oh, that was so stupid on my part. I hesitated with the first block because I knew I wasn't clear, and then I tried to move up the second time anyway, and I still wasn't clear. All right. Oh, boy, we were both going for that same spot. I didn't lift, he did, and it worked out for me. For now. Hold my line. Hold my line. Well, I guess it didn't work out for me. He ended up getting back by me anyway. Tell you what, the rubber banding and momentum swings in this race are something else. I don't think I've got as fast of a truck as what I did when we ran at Michigan last season. That race went caution-free, and we've had a ton of caution-free races already this year, so I would like to hope that we can get a better run out of this than what we're having right now, but so far it's been a bit of a struggle. 8 laps in. Connor Zillage cleared to run Daytona. My guess is that he will start the race and they are going to try to get him a substitute driver at some point in time at the end of stage 1. He could probably hang out at the back if he really wanted to. Probably hang out at the back, well out of the draft so he doesn't get caught up in a wreck and, re-injure himself or something of that nature. Play it safe and then get to the end of the first stage, which is only going to be, probably 20 laps, maybe 30 into the race. So I don't think he'll go a lap down. And even if he went 1 lap down, get the free pass, as long as nobody else loses the lead draft. The laps at Daytona are long enough that team might be able to stay on the lead lap, and then he'll be able to get whatever points from whoever finishes the race still. Elliott or Larson could get in towards the end. Yeah, they could get a Cup guy in there. They're probably going to try to get whoever is a more similar build to Connor Zillage. So that way the mold of the seat would be similar to the guy stepping in for him. I don't know what the rules are for Cup guys entering into Xfinity and truck races outside of the fact that you can't start 5 races. Like, does this count as a start for Larson if he were to go in the car? Because off the top of my head, he's ran at least 4 races this year. He might be at 5. He ran Indy. I think he's at 4. He ran Indy, Texas, Bristol, and Homestead. And then he ran trucks at Kansas, but he didn't run Xfinity because Xfinity was off that weekend. So he would have 1 start left. But I know when you get into the playoffs, if he still had to do the same thing, Connor Zillage said it's, oh my gosh. Get down, get down, get down. There we go. Zoom it. I also saw that news as well. Xfinity Series getting a new title sponsorship, which I actually forgot that the Xfinity deal didn't re-sign after last season for their deadline until I saw their new sponsor. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This was the last year of the Xfinity Series being titled the Xfinity Series. We won't have to hear as fast as Xfinity 10G or as fast as Xfinity Internet, Xfinity Mobile anymore. It was funny at first, but the fact that like every driver does that every single week, and I almost wonder if they have to do that now for PR purposes. Because that's almost what it feels like. It feels so forced nowadays. I think Larson will win a Super Speedway Racing Cup someday. I think it's more likely in the next-gen car. Because I feel like he's been competing for wins with the next-gen in recent years compared to what he did with the Gen 6 on Super Speedways. The drafting style is probably easier for him, even though... Because he's not a great drafting racer, but this car isn't necessarily a great drafting car when it comes to making moves that the older generations of NASCAR Cup cars would do or have the ability to do on super speedways. So Cliff Daniels, being a great crew chief he is, good strategizing up for them to get track position one of these races, and he can maybe end up finally breaking through to victory lane. It wouldn't surprise me anymore. Yeah, I was purposely on the apron trying to stay away from those guys. I knew they weren't going to give me room when I jammed it in there 3 wide late, so better safe than sorry. Lap 16. Marley Good, welcome to the stream. KRC League playoff grid. I don't know what you're talking about with playoff grid. Talk about like the grid challenge. I saw a post, or not a post, a comment you put underneath. I don't know where it came from exactly. I did react to it, but no, we're not going to be doing like a playoff grid challenge thing on the channel. Because I'd want to award the winner. We already have the KRC League. I don't want to have both because I feel like they'd overlap. And I don't think we would get enough people to transition to something like that on such a short notice. And I don't want to have people that are already in the KRC League left out. Especially advertising for the KRC League every week and trying to get people to join and then just not end up doing anything for it in the playoffs anyway. It just doesn't sit right with me. So at that point, what was the point of you joining mid-season if you were going to have a shot at the grand prize anyway? I mean, you can do it on your own, but there's not going to be anything in the KRC League specifically for that. Austin Hill Racing Cup this weekend. Has he made a cup start on a super speedway outside of the Daytona 500? I don't know if he's ran a Dega or Daytona race. I really thought I was going to be able to clear that truck before we got into turn 3. Outside lane. Very slow movement through this field, but we are up to 13th. We've made great progress so far. Lap 19 at the line. Don't run out of fuel. I don't plan on it. Definitely going to be a 2-stop race tonight. Just hit halfway out of gas. How's my Sunday? Pretty good, pretty good. quiet day. Didn't amount to a whole lot. I did get a round of golf in late yesterday evening. Shot a 5 over 75. Take that. I only had 5 greens of regulation too, so my chipping definitely saved my ass yesterday. Gave me a lot of shorter putts per par that were very makeable. There was a couple I missed along the way, which were the bogey holes, but drives were good. Chipping, putting for the most part was good. Just, man, I could not hit an approach shot to save my life. Here and there I had a couple good ones, but nothing major. Legs have been hurting since yesterday. Bust out the old leg day. Actually haven't worked out yet today. I'm going to have to decide on whether or not I'm pulling double duty with that tomorrow or having a late workout immediately after the stream tonight. Might have to work out before I actually go into work in the morning if I don't end up doing it tonight and then working out when I get home tomorrow. I've done it before. That way I don't fall off my routine. I just didn't manage my time well earlier this afternoon. Had some errands to run. Then ended up playing another round of golf, so I didn't get back until like 4:30. Set the stuff up for the streams for the week, and then it got to be about 6:15, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't have enough time at the moment. Should have done it like right away in the morning when I got done eating breakfast, but I didn't. Look at this mess up at the front of the field. We're talking about Daytona. This looks like Daytona up here. It is a legitimate pack race. And we've got speed for it. 4 wide to the inside. After just running our fastest lap, 41.288 at the line. Still 4 wide into turn 1. It's going to get tight. Oh my goodness, Eric Darnell was not giving me a lot of room. Not that we really had a lot of room to begin with. But he slammed the door shut on me. All right, now we've got to run. He's blocking me again. Oh, I got sideways. Trying to make that drastic cut. Truck got real light. Oh, don't run into me. Guy behind me was flirting with my right rear corner panel. All right. Up to 6th. There we go. Oh, here we go. Pop will slow down Noah Howe's entry. 3 wide again. Ah! Just gets so tight at times. Big run down the back stretch. Three wide again. Oh, we didn't have enough room there. Oh, don't wreck it. I was still trying to catch it for a long time. Barely kept it off the wall. We're good. Keep it going. Up to 5th. Had some sketchy moments in these first 25 laps, let me tell you. Back the entry up, get to the bottom. Won't lose any positions again. Three wide for the lead. We'll take it 4. Oh boy. Hail Mary. 4 wide for the lead at Michigan. Jeez. They were all slowing each other up doing that. I figured, hey, I'll try it too. I couldn't carry the speed that flat of an entry into the corner though. Just scrape the wall again. And what a battle. Front of the pack, cramming my way up the middle. Oh, I got hit. Somebody ran into me. He kind of deserved that. I didn't mean to do that. He hit me in the corner before. Oh my gosh. Get heated at Michigan. The battle. And everything in between. Oh boy, Darnell is very tight on that leader. Thought they were going to make contact in front of me, but they didn't. Should be able to get the third. I drove it in really deep there trying to clear this truck, and I did. Oh, I gave up the bottom, though. Kind of figured I was going to do that. I thought I was going to be able to get back down in time. Not quite. I'm 28. Up to third. I haven't led a lap yet. Quapple and Darnell get side by side. I think we'll have a chance to get a huge run on them at some point. About a half a second off the lead right now. Still close enough to get this draft off of Quapple. Here we go. We got to run down the back straightaway. Reeling them in a bit. Oh, don't wreck him. Don't wreck him. I don't know what happened there. I mean, he had a run on us, but I didn't feel like I altered my line, but it didn't look like he crowded me much either. That was very strange. I thought he was going around for sure. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we did talk about Majeski taking over the 88 for Craftsman at the end of the season. Tell you what, not a great race for Matt Crafton this last weekend, wiping out Majeski, oddly enough. Taking him out of a shot to win Michigan. Not a shining moment in the career of Matt Crafton. Oh, we're back in the third. We've got Quapple and Darnell in front of us. We're very close to the first pit stop of the race. We haven't led yet. No bonus points with the playoff format we'll be working with here. Oh my gosh, they just get such a run on me. I'm convinced they get that run. I can't do anything about it, and then while they're there, because I anticipate not being side by side going into the corner, I kind of drive it in deep, and I can't hold the inside. I think that's why I keep making contact with them in those situations. Because that's twice in the last couple laps that's happened to me. Oh, I actually got by Skinner on the outside only to get blown by another truck who was on the outside of me. Truck's getting a little free. I think I've just had too many moments of contact throughout the course of this run. That's why the truck's kind of getting out from underneath me a bit. Truck is just a little bit too free at this point in the run. We're wrecking. I'm not saving this. Oh my gosh, how did I not wreck again? Good grief. Can we not do that anymore? I mean, there was no way around making zero contact going into that turn. They were passing me 3 wide with gigantic runs to the top and bottom, and I did the best I could to hold my line, but it just narrowed up so fast. I had nowhere to go. I couldn't get out of the gas anymore. I would have gotten ran over from behind like I already did once earlier. Moments you just gotta kind of do what you can to hold your line and hope for the best. Doesn't help my truck's free. Burnt the tires up trying to drive through the field that first time. Definitely lacking a little bit of speed. A little bit of pace. I'm trying to put some air pressure into the racetrack and make some adjustments. Try to help the top end speed just a little bit more. I'm good on the straights. I can't roll through the corners as well as these guys from a speed standpoint. .35 this time by. Got a couple of trucks coming to pit road. Our fuel light's just now flashing. Got to stay in this draft behind Mike Skinner. I'm going to pit this time by. Four tire stop. I'm going to make an air pressure adjustment. Not going to mess with the wedge on this first stop. We do have 2 sets of tires tonight. We'll throw the first set on. Oh no! Oh my goodness! I thought I was going to speed. He hit me from behind when I was trying to get the pit road speed, and it actually pushed me to go faster. And I had to jam on the brakes at the last second again to keep from speeding because I jumped up to like 76. I don't know where I was at the commitment line, but I didn't speed. It was close. He was coming in way too hot. Probably slowed both of us down. Kept him from speeding, and he almost made me speed as a result. All right, well, let's do this. Yeah, I definitely lost some time, I think. Trying to get up to speed a little bit quicker than some of these guys. Got by McCumbee. Playoff driver. There goes Quapple. And I fell behind a little bit. We do have 2 trucks on pit road at the moment. I think we'll cycle in front of them. So we'll probably be in 7th. That spaced the field out a bit. I didn't make my air pressure adjustment either like I wanted to. Oh, there we go. Got a spot. The 8th. Got the 2 trucks down on the apron right now. Should be able to get by both of them on the backstretch. Oh, Quapple got loose out of turn 2. I saw that. I thought it was going to stack this line up just a little bit more, but it didn't. Eric Darnell leads. We're about 2 seconds back. Yeah, best finish for SVG on an oval. It's first top 15. He's chunking away. Brief moment. If that team had the strategy down to a T, I was wondering if they were going to get a top 10 finish. They were close at times. You mentioned he was running 12th at one point. Talked about this race being easy at the start. It's been anything but. We haven't led the whole race. Not a good qualifying effort. Playing from behind from the get-go. We're in the top 10. I mean, it'd be a solid point stay, but good thing we've got playoff points to kind of help ourselves a little bit. Slamming into guys, making more contact. Oh, you got to give me more room, Travis. It's hard to take care of my tires when I'm getting slammed into like that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's too fast of a racetrack to be doing that. Four truck group up ahead of us. We'll see if we can run them down. Kind of hard when we're racing each other just as hard as they're racing each other up there. Oh, I was trying to bump draft him. I didn't catch him cleanly. There we go. Regathered it kind of quick, though. I'm trying. Try to bump draft him again and get him up here. Just got to make sure I'm hitting him square. Just launch straightaways at Michigan. Try to use the draft to full effect. We caught him real quick with doing that. All right. Push him again. Trying to get him up underneath the Barrick Darnell. It's like he doesn't want to go. He wanted to go, and then once we got here, he's not making passes. You know, get by him. Get by him. Let's bump draft with Darnell instead. Dang it. That didn't work either. I'm really trying, guys. There we go. Now I'm clear for fifth. Still hanging on with a shot at fourth. Gonna draft off our teammate Mike Skinner. Pull to the bottom. Oh, massive run into turn 3. Side draft him. There we go. Come on. Up to second. Haven't led this whole race. We've got a shot at it. No, don't go 3 wide again. Come on, guys. Gotta give me at least a little bit of time. Come on, go, 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 go. Apparently I got credit for leading that lap. I didn't think I was out in front when we crossed the start-finish line. Oh, man, I was just able to clear him and gave it right back up again. So slamming into trucks again. What a crazy race this has been. Come on, get him again. Oh, Darnell up the middle. What a move. He couldn't clear, though. I'm clear. Well, if I didn't lead the lap before, I led that one. Our first lead of the race. It's been an absolutely wild race at Michigan so far. I don't know how we haven't wrecked or had a caution yet, but man, oh man. Hoping we just settle in here now that we're actually in the lead, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. The draft has just been so huge all race long. These long straightaways at MIS. Everybody's going to have to pit one more time. We do have one more set of tires left, too, so. Some point we will get to those pit stops. Putting a little bit of separation between ourselves. Made it to lap 35 before the pit stop the first go around. Wade, thanks for tuning in. Well, I took one of my 3 remaining days off of the year, the calendar year. We're down to 2 more dates off on the streaming side of things for the year 2025. Got the Black Album guitar tone. There you go. Well, people think Metallica. They think of a lot of songs that are off of that album. That way you get just a random person that doesn't really know a lot of like metal or rock and roll or whatever. They'll know a couple songs from Metallica from that album. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know like Enter Sandman or Nothing Else Matters or something. They'll be like, oh, that's cool. Halfway home, 50 down, 50 to go. Like I said, I'm not going to expect there to be any cautions in this race. You just haven't seen a lot of yellows in the Truck Series races on this season. We will. The next 3 races are all road courses. The last 2 races of the round of 10, the round of 8 opener, are the 3 road course races of the season. I put them all in the playoffs because I knew that they were going to get nutty. And I wanted to make it as difficult on ourselves as possible to try to win this championship. The good news for ourselves, we get this win at Michigan, and it doesn't matter what happens. The next 2 races will still be in the round of 8. So try to get this win here tonight, clinch ourselves a spot, and get those 5 extra playoff points, and then try to go for the win in the next 2 races to try to get as many as 10 more playoff points. Top of the 70 I already have. Yeah, I figured Matt Crafton was a little older. I didn't realize he was going to be 50. He's been around for a really long time, early 2000s, running in the Truck Series. He's got to be the most tenured driver in Truck Series history. I don't know off the top of my head who would have made more starts than him at the truck level. Rod Hornaday was around there for a while, I guess, too, but they didn't run nearly as many races in the Truck Series back in the 90s. I think the inaugural season, didn't they only have like 8 races or something like that? 95? Oh, you didn't get any notifications on the stream? Yeah, I've noticed that. Sometimes YouTube will get notifications and sometimes they won't. It's a YouTube problem. Obviously, like, there's nothing I could do to go into like my own YouTube channel or my YouTube Studio app and like click on anything or, you know, try to make sure you guys get notifications. I mean, obviously, if you don't have the bell on, you're not going to get notifications. If you do have the bell on, you should get the notifications, but sometimes it doesn't. I've heard uploads in a row, then it won't give you a notification unless you were to like watch something. So let's say you missed 2 live commentary streams this weekend. Let's say you missed like Sunday or Saturday, excuse me, Saturday night, and then maybe you missed the Xfinity race on Saturday. Maybe that's why you didn't get a notification for today's stream. That's very well possible. I've heard of that happening in the past, not just for this channel, but other YouTube channels out there that I've ever watched. I saw he was retiring from full-time Cup Series or not Cup Truck Series competition. So we made the last couple years. I don't think we've seen the last of Matt Crafton after the season, but full-time for sure. Hence the full-time racing retirement. About a 1.7 second lead. Lost some time during the green flag pit stops the first go around. I would expect that that's probably going to end up happening again. You know, despite the fact that I didn't get to the lead for the first time until lap 46, I think we could still lead the most laps in this race because there were so many lead changes before we had gotten to the lead. Same driver hasn't led a whole lot. I don't think we've made our last pass for the lead. I really think we're going to end up cycling behind the race leader after green flag pit stops. We just have to hope that we can get back to there. Really, I didn't think I was going to have a chance to catch him until we started bump drafting with one of the fantasy trucks, 119. And then we ended up catching him pretty quick. So if I do fall behind, hopefully I cycle out around somebody and I can try to do that down these long straightaways and catch up that way. Because I don't think I'm going to have the pace to do it on my own. We really only have good single truck speed when we're in clean air and in the lead. Yep, no more Xfinity Series label next year. Talked about that a little earlier. Pretty much covered all the NASCAR news first half of tonight's race. Quite a bit of news today. For a Monday, usually you'd see newsworthy stuff Tuesday, Wednesday, but I think with the race being Saturday night and another Saturday night this week, our usual Tuesday, Wednesday news for NASCAR is going to be more Monday, Tuesday this week. The ORAP series? Yeah, they're probably just going to call it by the name itself. Kind of reminds me of the Advanced Auto Parts touring series that they would have. Trying to think what that was. I don't think it was it might have been the Modifieds at one point. But there was like a smaller short track NASCAR sponsored series that was Advanced Auto Parts. About as many syllables as O'Reilly Auto Parts. It rolls off the tongue okay. It just, like, when you look at the name of the series, it does seem a little bit long. Went to the Greater Cleveland Aquarium today. There you go. Didn't know that existed. Despite the fact I live in Ohio, I've really only been to Cleveland like a handful of times. I've gone to very few sporting events up there. Been to 2 wrestling shows in Cleveland. I want to say I've been to Progressive Field 3 times, and I've been to 1 concert up there. I drove through Cleveland to get to Watkins Glen, because that was my quickest route from where I live, near Toledo. But as far as like stopping into Cleveland for anything, I've only been there those 6 times, and then the first Mustang I had, the 2004, back in high school, I had to drive to Cleveland to a dealership to get it. So those are the only 7 times I can ever recall ever being in Cleveland my entire life, and I only live like an hour and a half from Cleveland. If my favorite sports teams were based out of Cleveland, I would probably go there much more, kind of like I have with Detroit. Just hasn't been the case. It's pretty cool, though. The Toledo Zoo, they have a really nice aquarium there. Actually, I think the last time I was at the zoo was when they just put that aquarium in, or updated it. They had one before, but they expanded it a lot. My grandpa's a big fish person, so went with my grandpa way back when. Gosh, I don't even know if I was in high school yet. Might have been probably like 7th, 8th grade. Oh, wow, caution is out. We are right at the edge of the pit window. Well, this is interesting. I'd like to think we can make it on fuel to the end of the race, but I don't know that for sure. 152 truck just went around for a spin. I'll tell you what, this race is going so smoothly. We rarely see cautions in the truck series on this game, so I was just expecting this to go caution-free again. And then this happened. No, I haven't been to any other zoos outside of Toledo. I mean, I'm definitely pitting. I don't want to risk running out of gas on the restart, but I don't know if we can make it from here. If everybody else pits, I'll feel a little bit more confident about it, but it's going to be really tight. We had 37 to go and the caution came out. We went 35 laps on the first run. If we catch another caution after this, we'll be all right, but that was a single truck spin. Nobody else was involved. So other trucks are in. We'll see if anybody stays out. I don't think so. I don't think anybody had been to pit road yet either. So everybody's in at the same time. This is our last set of tires no matter what. See if we can win the race out of the pits. Come on, we gotta go. Why are we waiting here? I get we had to wait for that other truck to get in their pit box, but I felt like we waited like an extra 3 or 4 seconds after they were already in their box. All right. Lost a few positions. We're in 4th now. Single file restart. Green flag back in the air. We have 33 to go. I'd like to think we can make it. See how many spots we can get as we get up to speed here. Try to get clear on Tingen for 2nd. We did. Now we got to stay clear off turn 2. So far, so good. Get a big run in the draft down this back straightaway on the 184. Going for the lead into turn 3 goes Johnny Benson. Might have swung a little too far wide, then I over-exaggerated. Trying to keep from hitting that 126 truck. Oh boy, I was barely clear to make that work. That was closer than what I thought it was going to be. Oh, come on. Here we go again. We get to the lead, we're fine. It's just getting there is so hard. There we go. Clear. I got blocked for my life. And then some. At all costs, I have to protect the bottom. If they pass me up on the outside like Chad McCumbee just tried to do, so be it. But I don't want to get off of the bottom lane if I can help it. No. Chad McCumbee making contact with me. I gave up the bottom to Eric Darnell. Go figure. He came from quite a ways back. I think we're 3 wide now. Come on, Johnny. Back to, oh, I thought they were wrecking. There's contact. 3 wide for 2nd out of turn 2. They held each other up. It's good enough for me. Good probability we'll be able to hold on into turn 3 here. Heck yeah. Break that draft a little bit. 29 laps left. Still a ways to go. And we should be good on fuel to the end. It really just depends on how many laps of fuel that we actually burn during that caution period. With the caution coming out 2 laps before our window actually opened. And everybody pitted at the same time too, so if we run out, we might have more trucks that are going to run out also. Good old classic fuel mileage race at Michigan. We've seen this quite a bit over the years of NASCAR. I was surprised he didn't put Denny Hamlin on that list, considering he's won the Daytona 500 3 times in his career. Not too late. You can still add him. Shocked about the Tigers this year? I wouldn't say shocked. I was expecting them to be good. I was more shocked last year that they made that late push for the playoffs and got in the way they did. Start of the season, I thought they could have been contenders for that wild card spot, and they did end up getting in. They impressed from there. So I wasn't shocked that they were going to be good this year. Having the best record in the American League for a large majority of the season, maybe a little bit of a surprise, but again, I figured coming into the season we're going to be the top 2 or 3 teams in the American League. It's going to be us, the Yankees, and Cleveland. And Cleveland's kind of came on strong finally last month or so, but I think they're down too many players. The Yankees are down a few. For the most part this year, Tigers have been pretty healthy, and they've actually got some guys back that missed at the start of the season, like Matt Vierling. And I can't wait for October baseball, that's for sure. I sure hope they win a World Series. I've never gotten to see that. Only one of my favorite sports franchises that I haven't seen win a championship. That's counting collegiates, too. Michigan Wolverines finally got theirs a couple years ago. Finally got to see my NASCAR driver win the championship same year, 2023. Time for baseball. I don't want it to be like a Chicago Cubs situation where it takes over 100 years and I'll never end up seeing it. that will stink. Yeah, like my dad would have only been 8 years old when the Tigers last won the World Series. That's insane. A long time ago. He's blowing an engine down here. Hopefully nobody hits him and he can get to pit road. I want this race to stay green. I think we've got this race won as long as we don't catch a caution, have to deal with a Michigan International Speedway. We restarted with 33 to go. To be extremely safe on fuel to the end of the race, I'd like to get down to 15 laps to go before we get halfway out of gas. I can probably get down to 16, and I think I'll be all right. Probably be about a lap or two to the good at 16. 15, I think would take away any sort of a shot of running out of gas on a restart if we went past the scheduled distance with a green-white checker. Just clinched the most laps led. 19 to go. Too good of a race not to win this thing. Try to win this, lock ourselves into the round of 8 of the playoffs. In a 1-second lead. Justin Besaw, welcome to the stream. Alec Green with another homer. There we go. It's definitely, I mean, he's had a good couple seasons in a row on the All-Star team the last few years, but definitely his best season so far. I'll tell you what, Alex Bowman and Alex Bowman fans out there, not an easy week for you all. I mean, he's in such a helpless spot right now. Well, I mean, he can gain on Tyler Reddick. I don't think Reddick is a complete lock at plus 29. Especially Daytona. Like, you can easily make up 29 points at Daytona. So that's going to be a fun battle to watch, I think, between the 48 and the 45, because we're not going to know until that checker flag flies who's going to win. I mean, William Byron won the Daytona 500 on a last lap crash from about 8th place. So nothing is impossible here. I couldn't even fathom Reddick goes from winning the regular season championship one year to the next year not even making the playoffs. It's just in the championship 4. That'd be one of the biggest shocks for the season. Not to mention the fact that his teammate Bubba Wallace was able to get a win, and he's on probably the hottest streak of his Cup career right now, going into the time of the year where you need that kind of consistency the most. I mean, he had a very good shot to win the race this last weekend. Obviously, had an issue on pit road, that left front tire coming off of the race car. Finished a few laps down as a result of which. Reddick's definitely had some shots to win, obviously, this season, including this last weekend as well. I think Wallace was a bit better than him. Reddick was lacking a bit on the longer runs. Earlier in the run, I do think he was better than the 23, but when the 23 had track position, he was fast enough to be able to maintain, and then over the course of the longer run, he was able to extend his lead over Reddick by a second and a half. Wasn't by much, considering how much tire fall off there was. Second and a half isn't a lot of time, but probably able to maneuver through lap traffic a little bit better on older tires as well. Austin Dillon with the win. It's his racetrack. I'll tell you what a redemption arc if Priest wins Daytona. Everything on the line for him going into the race. Yeah, that would be insane, though. Kyle Busch wins at Daytona, and then you have both RCR cars in the playoffs all of a sudden after having an abysmal year. All the stress that team has had over the last month and a half, especially, just to go out there and win the last 2 races of the regular season. Got 10 laps to go this time by. Hoping we stay green, hoping we have enough gas. Two-second lead. That's about as far ahead of second place as I've been the whole race. Yeah, we'll definitely do some online NASCAR 25 stuff. For sure. I'll probably plan on doing an online stream like once every other week. So that way we can still progress along with the career mode and the season mode playthroughs, especially because we'll be touching all series. So I don't do career modes on these older EA games. So we'll have more content with the newer stuff for sure. I don't know if there's a custom schedule season option. I think you'd have to run like the normal season. So we'll definitely do a normal season first. I might do it like a makeshift custom schedule after the career mode stuff's done. Slow truck on the backstretch. Keep it green, NASCAR. Gosh, I really hope they get through. That giant pack was coming up on that lapper pretty quickly. I think it slowed them up a bit because now we're 2.4 seconds ahead. I'm assuming nobody hit him. At least not hard enough to bring out a yellow. Keep it pink. Just throw random colors out there now. Yeah, we don't have a pink flag. Evil. Down on the inside. 6 to go. It's the first lap truck we've caught this whole race. I don't know what happened for him to fall that far off the lead, but fell quite a ways back. Battlefield 6, NASCAR 25. I'll probably end up getting the new college football game at some point. Five to go. Should have enough gas in the tank. Oh boy, there's some smoke down towards turn 3 over here. Actually, middle of the back straightaway, you can see all the skid marks there. Probably came close to having a caution. Well, even turn 3, look at the entry to turn 3. There's a lot of skid marks. It's like it started on the back stretch, and then they got to the turn 3 entry. Things got even more nutty. Keep it green. I'm just trying to make this thing interesting. Got an eighth of a tank of fuel left with 3 laps to go. That's enough to make it to the end, but if we get a caution and go past the scheduled distance, that is going to be nerve-wracking on the restart, hoping we have enough gas. Man, if we ran out this few of trucks that have been lapped in this race, that would not be a good finish to start the playoffs. Giving up quite a hefty amount of points. All right, 2 to go at the line. Just got to get to the white. I think we can get there. Chad McCumbee is the next highest playoff driver, in third. All right, we got there. White flag, 1 to go. Plenty of fuel, 3-second lead. We're on cruise control. And we're going to be in the round of 8 of the playoffs. Let's go. Had some sketchy moments through the first half of the race. 1 yellow made things a little bit interesting. We're on fumes, but we will make it. And we will win at my home track, Michigan International Speedway. Hot season continues. 12 of 14 races we have won. I mean, this is about to go down as the best season I think I've ever had on any playthroughs that we've had on the channel. We've still got 6 races to go, but man. Thing is, too, I put Charlotte as my Championship 4 race. I have not won at Charlotte in any series on this game. That is probably my most difficult racetrack, so that's why I have that as the finale. 51 laps led out of 100. We started dead last. Won the race. 36 lead changes, 1 caution, 3-second margin to victory, hour 18 minutes, 17 seconds total time in the race, and a 153 2.25 mile per hour average race speed. Chad McCumbee, closing laps, was able to get by Carswell for second, and Carswell finished third. Noah Howe fourth. Zach Van Dyke in fifth. Jay Thomas seventh. Thomas sixth. Then Fisher seventh. Claiborne eighth. Eubanks ninth. Tingen rounds out the top 10. Let's see here, Mike Skinner 17th. So our teammate, not a great start to the playoffs for him. 31 trucks finished on the lead lap. We had 4 DNFs tonight, which were Teague, Portillas, Chapman, Johnson. I don't think any of them were playoff drivers. Let's see here. Teague was, my bad. Yeah, Teague was a playoff driver. Everybody else in the playoffs finished halfway decent. Shipson 24th will be the next one. Skinner's going to be hovering right around that cut line then. Not a great start for him. Hopefully our teammate can make it to the championship 4 just as us as well. I'd like for us to finish 1-2 at Charlotte. And it'll be a great season. Thank you all for tuning in throughout tonight's live commentary stream. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for a Watkins Glen race. Should be a wild one. I'm expecting a lot of cautions. I think we had 10 yellows in the race at Watkins Glen last season. Definitely going to make for a wild card event. Good thing we got the win this evening. And then we got the New York Street Race the night after. So a lot of fun coming up on the channel this week with NASCAR 08. See you guys tomorrow night. Have a good rest of your Monday.